We're capable of a lot more than 11
What?
minutes.
I said I'm glad you changed your mind.
The moviegoer ear buddy, taking the tension out of Tinseltown.
Gotcha. Places, everybody! We're gonna do it again! Places! Oh boy, we're doing it again. Come on, people, let's get a wiggle on.
Yep,
Let's
that's
move it.
right.
Come on!
Another round.
Category, please.
Slumber Party Faux Pas.
I'm sorry, Dave. It's question 1.
Well, what do we have here? Slumber Party Faux Pas. 2 G's if you get this one right. Hey, you're having a slumber party. Cool. Considering his character's actions in the 1983 film Bad Boys, what activity should be excluded if you've invited Sean Penn to your slumber party? Musical chairs, sock puppetry, pillow fights, or hucklebuckle beanstalk?
Oh, good God. Musical chairs, maybe?
Oh, God, baby, I diss you so much.
Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. Sean Penn's character shows who's boss when he fills his pillowcase with soda cans and goes to work on a guy in the reformatory. You know, it's probably a good idea to avoid taking any photographs at the sleepover as well.
Yeah, Sean Penn doesn't like those for some reason.
I need a category.
Hanging with Gary Cooper.
Cut the red wire! Watch out, it's gonna blow!
That was close.
Too close. And I believe this one's called Hanging with Gary Cooper. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. Suppose you have a blind date to meet John Doe. Based on the movie's plot, what might your date tell you about himself? I'm an architect. Let's build a fountain. I'm a hobo. I hope you have money. I'm a sheriff. Are you free at noon? Or I play ball. Want to see my bat?
I think it has to do with a hobo.
John Doe, whose real name is Long John Willoughby, as played by Gary Cooper, is a hobo. So what does that say about your friends when they fix you up with a hobo?
Well, it depends whether it works or
Okay, I
not.
need a category.
The forbidden dancer, this ain't no lambada.
Chew on this. The Forbidden Dance. Or, this ain't no lambada. $1,000 at stake on this one. Here's a question for all you erotic movie fans. Considering what Marlon Brando and Maria Schneider use in their celebrated sex scene in Last Tango in Paris, what might they be able to do immediately after intercourse? Swat flies, chop a block of ice, butter some popcorn, or get zestfully clean?
I think it had to do with butter.
The lovers in Last Tango use a stick of butter as a lubricant. When the movie came out, it was a pretty big deal. It was after the release of Last Tango that theaters switched to that imitation butter-flavored stuff. Okay, pick a category.
Don't eat anything with a face.
This one's called Don't Eat Anything with a Face. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. All right, imagine this. Upon entering your favorite seafood restaurant, you see Don Knotts swimming in a large aquarium near the kitchen. Which special will probably be on the menu that evening? Blackened Charlie tuna, fillet of Mr. Limpet, grilled flipper, or steamed Mr. Peabody?
Don Knotts played Mr. Limpet.
Don Knotts turns into a fish in The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Boy, what I wouldn't do for some melted butter now. Hey, maybe there's some left over from Last Tango in Paris.
I wouldn't touch that with a 15.5 foot pole.
All right, hit me.
So.
Piece of crime, all the time. 5.
Now showing. Sell, sell, sell! And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Congratulations, your investments are finally paying off. If your first dividend is the same as father's little dividend, what will you receive from the bank? A grandchild, a prosthetic limb, a circus elephant, or superhuman strength?
I've seen this last month, and it'll be a grandchild.
Father's Little Dividend, the original sequel to the original Father of the Bride, is about Spencer Tracy expecting a grandchild. So you'll be getting a grandchild from the bank, except for whatever the government skims off for taxes. Okay, I need a
That ain't
category.
a bit of my pillow.
She was built like an interstate cloverleaf, made for speed with all the right curves. All I could think of was 6.
The category? That ain't no mint on my pillow. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, have you ever stayed at a really cheap hotel? Then maybe you can relate to this. Hello, front desk. Can you please do something about the dancing bear in the hallway and the brother and sister having loud sex in the room next door? At what hotel is this person staying? The Hotel California, the Great Northern Hotel, the Hotel Baltimore, or the Hotel New Hampshire?
We're at Hotel California, but the rest of this is kind of questionable. I'll guess the New Hampshire one, maybe?
The Hotel New Hampshire features dancing bears and an incestuous Rob Lowe and Jodie Foster. It sounds like more fun than the Democratic National Convention, huh, Rob?
Ooh.
Category, please.
Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
7 is the number that I'm suggesting. He's suggesting 7. He's suggesting 7.
Let's give a nice warm welcome to Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto. And we got $3,000 in the pot. Heads up, here it comes. We know that Yul Brynner is in both The Magnificent Seven and Westworld. Based on his appearance, what could you suppose about the makers of the latter? They wanted to save money on costumes, they wanted someone who could tap dance, they wanted someone who couldn't fire a gun, or they wanted to use the same script.
They wanted someone to save money, I think.
Yul Brynner wears a costume in Westworld that's eerily similar to the one he wears in the film The Magnificent Seven.
Well, considering they're both kind of like Westerns, it kind
And
of
if
makes
the wind
sense.
is right, with the old costume, you can smell that robot a mile away. I need a category.
OG for complete idiots.
Uh-oh, dress buttless blind boar.
Oh, it's gibberish question time.
There is no scum.
Lights, camera, here's your gibberish category. Biology for complete idiots. I'm gonna open the value of this gibberish question at $5,000. Now listen up. Every second and a half, some of the cash is gonna disappear, so if you wanna win big, you gotta be quick. Okay, now follow along and see if you can tell me what movie title this rhymes with. Small frogs grow, new Kevin, and don't get tripped up by the punctuation.
Small frogs grow, new Kevin.
First of all, it's an animated film, and it's not by Disney. It's an animated film about dead pets. Oh God, not that Stephen King one, I hope. Last hint, picture Benji with wings and a halo. Talk to me, type in your answer and hit return.
All dogs go to heaven, yeah. Okay.
Yep, all dogs go to heaven. Now you know where raindrops come from.
Ew.
All right, hit me.
Funny papers and funny movies.
They said it was indestructible. Then disaster struck.
The category is funny papers and funny movies. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Flex those fingers, cause here it comes. Based on his nervous habit in The Producers, which comic strip character might Gene Wilder have used as a character study? Linus, Mr. Boffo, Dilbert, or Andy Capp?
The only one I could think of that would fit, perhaps, would be Linus, maybe?
In The Producers, Gene Wilder has an obsession with his blanket, just like Linus. And they have a similar hair dilemma.
Also, had never heard of Mr. Buffalo.
Okay, pick
Or
a
not
category.
Jerome? That is the question.
This category is known as To Rumble or Not to Rumble. 2 G's if you get this one right. Okay, when you know the answer to this, buzz in and type it out. Now everybody knows that West Side Story is based on William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Well, if the gangs in West Side Story used the last names of the warring families in the play, how would Tony complete when you're a blank all the way? Run with it, type in your answer, and hit return. When you're a Montague all the way.
Yeah, Romeo Montague and Juliet
From
Capulet.
the tights that you wear to the graffiti you spray. That's it for round 1. Let's go to round 2. Now remember, everything in round 2 is worth double, so heads up. Okay, I need
There
a
are bad
category.
movies, and there were bad movies.
Here we have, there are bad movies and there are bad movies. 6,000 big ones for a right answer. Whoa, must be tough. Strap on your helmet, we're going in. Say you wanted to get lucky with Nancy Allen's character from 1941. Based on her character's sexual idiosyncrasies in the film, what movie should you rent with her? Bus stop, used cars, airplane, or Das Boot?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe it's Airplane.
In the film 1941, Nancy Allen's character can only achieve orgasm in an airplane. Honey, I also rented Top Gun.
Oh, yes!
I need a category.
Wow. Goodfellas and Wallflowers.
For your enjoyment, Goodfellas and Wallflowers. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Imagine this. You're Martin Scorsese's date at the senior prom. It's the end of the night, and Martin Scorsese tells you he's reserved the last waltz for the stars of his film, The Last Waltz. Who will be taking your place on Martin's shoulder? Members of the Grateful Dead, members of the band, members of Creedence Clearwater Revival, or members of the Eagles?
That would be members of the band.
The Last Waltz is Scorsese's documentary about the last concert of the band. Now, after prom, I wonder who's going to get dropped off last, Robbie Robertson or Rick Danko?
I have no earthly clue.
All right,
A
hit
question
me.
you can't refuse.
13.
Let's see what we got going. A question you can't refuse. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. All right, remember how everyone said it was a big mistake for Francis Ford Coppola to cast his daughter Sophia in The Godfather Part 3? If Francis Ford Coppola decided not to cast his daughter in the role of Mary Corleone and cast his famous nephew instead, who would be making gnocchi with Andy Garcia, Kiefer Sutherland, Al Pacino, Nicolas Cage, or Leonardo DiCaprio?
I think it's Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage is Francis Ford Coppola's nephew. And he and Andy Garcia are just good friends. Really.
Okay.
Category, please.
The people in your neighborhood.
Hiya! The selection is The People in Your Neighborhood. And we're talking $2,000 for this baby. Pull out your antenna and get ready to buzz. Based on the movie's subject matter, who would you expect to see leaving the video store with Green for Danger, Dear God, Mr. Sycamore, and Appointment with Danger? Postman Cliff Clavin, Florist Janet Wood, Handyman Tim Taylor, or Newswoman Mary Richards?
Okay. I'm gonna guess maybe Postman.
They're all films involving postal carriers, like Cliff from Cheers.
Yeah. It was
Actually,
because
given
Dear God,
Cliff's
I think.
passion for trivia, I'd expect him to play some dorky trivia game instead of watching movies. Wait.
Was that a cell phone?
Okay, pick a category.
In the deepest reaches of the Congo lies question 15.
Coming at you, Harpo is Oprah, spelled backwards. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Get your finger out of your ear and listen up. We're going. Imagine that Oprah's guest today is her character from The Color Purple as she first appears in the movie. What will the show probably be about? Lounge singers, mothers in prison, unwed pregnancy, or cocaine addiction?
I think she was pregnant but not married.
In The Color Purple, Oprah marches on screen in the later stages of pregnancy. Of course, Oprah doesn't do schlocky shows like that. Maybe her character should go on Jenny Jones. Okay, I need a
My
category.
characters who were very well versed.
Hey, all right. Guess what you just picked? It's time to play Dis or Dat. this Dis or Dat questions category is characters who are very well versed. All right, I'm going to read off 7 words or phrases, and for each one, you tell me whether it's a song lyric or a film character. As each one comes up, if it's a song lyric, press 1. If it's a film character, press 2. And if you want to skip one, press 4.
That's all
Each correct answer will net you $1,000, and $1,000 taken away for each incorrect answer in any that you don't get to. All right, I'll start you off with 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Zippity-doo-dah, song lyric or movie character?
That's a lyric.
Ricky-tikki-tavi.
Character.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Character.
Hakuna Matata.
Lyric.
Rin Tin Tin.
Character.
Malmahay.
Lyric.
This is it. Imhotep.
That's a character from the Mummy.
That's all she wrote. 6 right. Not quite perfect, but you can't get any closer. Let's throw it into your score.
Not bad.
Now, doesn't that feel better? Good. Let's move on.
We could be hanging for a new high here.
I need a category.
Missing the bus.
All right, here's the deal. Missing the bus. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Fire up those frontal lobes. Here's the question. Let's say that after watching the documentary Brothers Keeper, TV's Shirley Partridge is inspired to do something different with the family bus. What will she most likely do? Drive it across the desert, paint it motley, drive under 50 miles per hour, or raise chickens in it?
Okay, it can't be 3. That's speed. I'm gonna guess maybe drive it across the desert.
See ya.
No.
Should have picked
Does it raise
this.
chickens?
Brothers Keeper is a documentary about farmers in central New York whose animals live in more luxury than they do, including the chickens living in an old school bus. Maybe the chickens can sing backup along with the kids. What? They didn't sing? You mean, but they looked like they were singing. Tracy seemed like she was so into it back. Oh, man.
Okay.
All right, hit me.
Fond of hair gel.
Question 18. Honor student by day, stripper by night.
I proudly present Fond of Hair Gel. You give me a right answer, I give you a quick 4,000. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. According to the ads for one of his movies, Steven Seagal is what? Armed and dangerous, out for vengeance, marked for death, or hot for teacher?
I think he's marked for death.
He's marked for death, hard to kill, out for justice, and under siege. But he's never late for dinner.
No, he doesn't look like he misses too many meals.
Category, please.
The King and Burger King.
Say hello to the King and Burger King. This one can net you $6,000. Let's see how you handle this one. Say you wanted to sell some toys commemorating that classic Elvis film set on an all-female dude ranch. Considering the name of the film, what would be the best name for a toy? Tickle Me Elvis, G.I. Joe Blues, the Easy Clam Bake Oven, or the Jailhouse Pet Rock?
Jailhouse Rock was a present. G.I. Joe, I think, had to do the military. I think it's Tickle Me Elvis.
Tickle Me was the name of the Elvis film set on an all-girls dude ranch.
Watch what happens when I press his stomach.
Hey, baby, come on up to my room and I'll show you what to tickle.
Okay.
Okay, pick a category.
How could a dead man be walking?
Okay, give it up for how could a dead man be walking? Better wake up, there's $6,000 at stake. Just step up and take a swing at this one. In the film Dead Man Walking, a character says the phrase, "Dead man walking," at the end of the movie. Given that character's job, what might he say during an average day at work? Deadbolt locking, deadhead rocking, head pin knocking, or Macaulay Culkin?
I'm thinking it's Deadbolt Lockin'.
At the end of the movie, a prison guard announces, "Dead man walking," as the prisoner's being led to the death chamber. Being a prison guard who locks a lot of doors and cells, we might also hear him say, "Dead bolt locking." I wonder if he likes to announce his other daily activities. Prison guard pooping.
I hope not.
I need a category.
That's alright.
You want the attack? You got it. Heads up, here's your clue. That's a wrap. Well, not quite, but it will be shortly. Make the most of it. Good luck.
Will Smith, maybe? Oh, Fresh Prince, yeah, okay. House Party was Kid and Play. Disorderlies with a Fat Boys. That would be Tupac Shakur. Vanilla Ice. Drop the zero and get with this hero. That would be Ice Cube. Oh wait, new chick? Would that be Queen Latifah? No, it'd be Ice-T. Okay. Queen Latifah's done some acting, but...
Oh my god, you were unstoppable! You ruled on that one! Let's check out your final score! That's the game! Blair, I couldn't have done a better job myself, but then I wasn't playing by myself, was I? But seriously, Blair, and I don't say this to just everybody.
You don't know! Nice work, people. Cue the commercials, and Raoul, what's happening? We going again?
Some people like to quit when they're ahead. What about you? Afraid to find out that taking the top spot was just a fluke? Come on. It's not like anyone's looking. Just let me know.
I was too busy trying to entertain my classmates.
You'll never get anywhere in life if you don't learn how to compute the volume of a cube, Lance.
Well, I never did get geometry, but I did make over $20 million for my last movie. So if you're listening, Miss Parker, screw you. And
Alright, that was another episode of You Don't Know Jack Movies. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, located underneath the picture. Hit the notification bell if you want to see more of our content. Leave a comment in the section below. And be sure to subscribe and spread the word. We'll see you next time on Tickets Please Gaming, as the arcade is now closed.